Welcome to Gate City Insider. I'm Rosemary Plybon. Summer is upon us, and this year, more than ever, Greensboro families are looking for fun. Our public libraries were leaders in providing safe, fun, and educational summer opportunities last year during 2020, and this year the staff is ready for even more fun. Tanika Martin is Youth Service Coordinator for Greensboro Public Libraries. Welcome.
Thank you.
So glad to have you with us. So I know that over the past year, and always, story times are such a popular thing with the libraries. What's kind of on tap this summer with that?
So this summer, we are going to be rocking out with a potty time, story time. Our summer reading theme is Tales and Tales, so it's all about animals and stories. So we'll be having a host of story times related to animals, as well as some flannel stories, and then our traditional themes like colors, ABCs, and there will be plenty of opportunities for kids to dance.
Oh, and that's so important. We got to keep moving, right? We've got to get that energy out for sure. Tell me about reading challenges. This is always something that my family loves to do, and I hear so much about in the community as well.
Absolutely. So this summer we will have our summer reading program, and kids and families will be given an opportunity to participate in challenges created by the library that encourage them to read and track their reading. They'll be able to use our Beanstack platform to keep up with their reading, as well as receive virtual badges for their reading all summer long.
Well, that is a lot of fun. Okay, so I read something about family fun kits. What are those?
So these are low-tech activities that families can come by the libraries to pick up bi-weekly, and it gives the families opportunities to put together a craft activity, just promoting family togetherness. And so one of the things that we will have are frog call tools, so families will be able to put those together and call some frogs.
Call some frogs. Okay. Well, summertime we do. I was hearing a bunch this weekend actually when the fireflies came out. I also heard the frogs coming out, and we all need that distance from technology. We have been so plugged into screens, adults and kids. So that's a great thing for us to all unplug a little bit.
Yeah.
Have some hands-on fun. Okay. High school service learning programs. That's going on. What is that about?
Yeah. So this gives high schoolers an opportunity to donate time and service to library projects, and as a result, they'll earn summer
service learning hours.
Service learning hours, yes. So one of the things that we'll be doing, we'll be participating in National Craft to a Rescue mission for animals.
Okay.
And so families can come in and they can create toys for the pets that are at the rescue missions. Resting area, well, not resting areas, but
like beds, like dog beds and things like that.
Beds and toys.
Toys,
so, they can come to the library and do that, as well as work in our reading garden.
Okay, so do they need to sign up ahead of time? How does that work?
Yeah, so they can go to our website, and there's information about signing up for summer learning hours, and that is going to be hosted at our Kathleen Clay Family Branch location.
That's great. And of course, students, Guilford County School students who do that and earn, I think, a certain number, 250, I think is the number, then they can earn a special designation on their diploma. So a lot of them, and it looks great on those college applications, of course, too. I hear there's something about Pokemon. I hear that Pokemon is back again.
Yes.
I thought it had run its course, but apparently no.
I am in total agreement. I thought that was happening as well, but Pokemon does have a huge fan base. And so this summer we'll have 3 programs, Pokemon Crafts, Pokemon Trivia, and then you can get some tips and tricks on how to catch a Pokemon.
Oh, good, because I have been really trying. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so that's huge, and so we're looking forward to that. We're looking forward to offering that program.
That is a lot of fun. I know there's some young ones in my family are hearing that, and their ears are perking up.
Okay.
Juneteenth. Tell us what's coming up for special programming planned around Juneteenth this year.
So all of the Juneteenth programming will be online. Families will be able to view it on our social media platform. So we'll have a Juneteenth story time. We'll have a history of the Miss Juneteenth pageant, as well as we'll learn something about Black cowboys and Black inventors. So it's going to be education. It's going to be fun. So families can tune in on our Facebook page. And so we'll be announcing more about that.
And they can do some of that on their own time as well, since it will be all online. Okay, I read something about K-Tech?
Yes.
Who's K-Tech?
So K-Tech the Wizard is a book. The author is Jonas Korzak. And so the story is about a young boy who has magical powers. And as a young boy, he uses his powers for bad, for mischief, right? But as he adventures and matures in life, he learns how to use his magic for good. And so Brian Hull will be presenting a virtual presentation using puppets.
Oh, fun.
So he's recreated a story utilizing puppets, and so that'll be online and accessible to families as well.
And of course, you can check out the books at the library so that you are up to date on who K-Tech is, and more than I am. Culinary inspiration, the library has that too?
Yes, and so we have a plethora of culinary programs already on our social media, so folks can check that out. But this summer we'll be creating Vietnamese spring rolls.
Oh, yum.
And showing youth how to make their own sodas
at
home. And so we really enjoy doing that.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Hey, not just young people.
Absolutely. Yes.
I learn a few things too. And finally, tell us a little bit about STREAM.
So STREAM stands for Science, Technology, Reading, Engineering, Art, and Math. And so what we're going to do this summer is provide create some programs that allow kids high exposure to fields that relate to those areas. So they'll have an opportunity to participate in doing some activities as well as seeing activities related to those areas and just heightening their awareness of what it means, what happens in those fields of life.
And really building on lots of things that they're learning in school as well, so to keep that learning going over the summer.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have a lot of books related to these areas as well. And so we encourage families, if they want to further the learning of their children, just come in and pick up some books.
And there are always great folks at the libraries to help you out and to answer your questions and to help you find just the right book, just the right activity and all that. Thank you, Tanika. Always glad to see you and have you here. Want to keep up with all the great things happening at the libraries? Just go online, or start at least online, at greensborolibrary.org. And then, of course, visit the branch that is closest to you. Back to normal hours now, and you can check out to your heart's content. All right, we are going to be back in just a few minutes. We're going to explore more summer fun in Greensboro with the Parks and Recreation Department. Stay with us. Welcome back to Gate City Insider. If you have a child under 10 years old, you need to meet Shelley Scott, better known as Ms. Shelley. She is youth program specialist for the city of Greensboro, and she has a summer full of adventure planned for your little ones. So welcome, Ms. Shelley.
Thank you.
Glad to have you here.
Nice to be here.
Okay, so I know you go on a lot of adventures. So what are Ms. Shelley's adventures?
Yeah, our adventures are all over Greensboro, and then a couple of times we've actually partnered with the Guilford County. So we're doing things in streams. So we have a program called Stream Splashers where kids can do some gentle creek exploration. We're also doing things in various parks, so painting in the park, yoga for kids in the park. We have some Growing Up Wild programs and some of the different shelters, the garden shelter at Keeley and at Hester Park at the end of the summer. And so the kids just get to have a lot of different experiences in the wild and learning different things and exploring really through a lot of movement and play and just a full immersed experience into what they're learning about.
You might get a little messy sometimes.
Yeah,
it's okay.
I always say dress for mess. It's totally fine. Kids will be kids, and we're encouraging that. So,
and I know this you had big plans to start this last summer, and then everything changed. So a lot of them you did virtually, which was a challenge, a learning experience, as we said, kind of for all of us.
Yeah, it was unique to see little kids trying to interact in that virtual environment. I think a lot of them. We have to do a lot of shorter programs with that, but the cool programs, like I think you're watching beekeeping right now, people really enjoyed that one, and some of the
slime.
Yeah,
yeah, that's always popular.
Yeah.
We always like to have slime in the house.
Right. It's just a fun thing. So we try to do a lot of really neat little science experiments with things that you can find at home, and we just made the best of it.
Do you have some favorite past adventures you've done?
Oh man, I really love this Growing Up Wild series that we're doing right now. We're getting a lot of really great participation with that. And the kids just seem so excited about it. So we're doing like a little craft. The first one we studied worms, and so we have a worm bin, and the kids got to like see the worms and how they move and interact with a different compost in the worm bin and learn about how they break down. We dissected gummy worms as part of that, and then compared the gummy worm to the regular worm.
No actual worms were harmed during this experiment.
No actual worms harmed, but it was definitely a lot of fun.
And then you could taste the gummy worms.
Yeah, and we did like a little taste experiment. What do the different colors of the gummy worms taste like, and things like that.
Oh, that's so much fun. This isn't, your programs aren't just limited to the littles. You do some for teens as well.
Yeah, occasionally I'll have a teen program with some middle schoolers. So we have one coming up called Green Girls. And so it's very nature-based. We're introducing women in science. And so hopefully the girls that participate in this will have a really great immersive experience into what like wildlife biologists are studying, what ecologists are studying. So we're doing what like runoff means for our waterways. So we'll be at the Bog Garden, and anybody that's walked at the Bog Garden over the past several years has seen that the water has receded a lot. A lot of that is because of road wash off.
Okay.
And we're also going to be studying like healthy species that mean that your water is healthy. So we're looking at dragonflies, and we'll study some of the larvae with that, and then how they morph into dragonflies and what that means for our ecosystems.
I hear so much passion in your voice. Where does that, is this kind of always been since a kid, or where does this come from?
I grew up loving nature as a kid. My parents made sure that I was outside a lot. My pop had like 100-something acres in the country, so we're always just exploring that. But I just started in college just really loving adventure recreation and exploring that side of recreation. So anything outdoors, or you can be outdoors and active, is something that I just really love. And I think that learning should always be disguised as fun, and experiential education is the way that I learn best. So I like to share that with other people.
And are you learning as you go on all of these?
Absolutely.
I mean, do you know all that about bees already?
I feel about bees, I had to learn a lot. And our cooperative extension has a really great beekeeper association that I was able to learn a lot and take a test, and now you can be a certified beekeeper and stuff like that. So
cool.
It's very neat. But yeah, I'm constantly learning. I think if you ever stop learning, then what's the point?
Right.
So you should always just have a love to keep learning, I think. But yeah, even in all these programs that I do, I just learned last week that there's like 28,000 species of spiders or something like that. I can't remember the exact number anymore, but it was a lot. It was a lot of spiders. And I didn't realize there was that many. But
and all the good things that they do. Absolutely.
Right.
I understand there's a little tie-dye fun coming up later this summer that you're going to be helping.
Yeah, July 1st, we're doing tie-dye for the 4th of July.
Oh, fun.
So your shirt should be ready by the time 4th of July comes around. You'll have free pool admission. So it costs $10, and you get your tie-dye materials, your shirt, complimentary with the $10, and pool admission. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it'll be a good
things
time.
to put on the calendar. We love that.
Lots of little games around too.
All right, so because we're still in the COVID season, what are the kind of COVID precautions that you're taking?
Yeah, so we're following governor and mandates for local guidelines as well. And we're just saying, as long as we're outside, if you can be distanced, then you don't have to worry about a mask. We're not forcing it, but we certainly welcome it if that's something that you'd like to do. And then if we are indoors, which actually none of my programs this year or this season are indoors, because people just are uncomfortable.
We're ready
with
to get
that
outside too.
Yeah,
we want to be
Everybody
outside.
just wants to be outside. So we're just following governor mandates. So masks are, if you would like to wear one, we are more than welcoming of that. But otherwise, as long as you can keep your distance, then don't worry about it. But if we are coming close proximity, like when we did the worm bin, then we just asked everybody to wear a mask because we're a little close proximity, getting into the worms and all that kind of stuff.
Right, and still our youngest still can't be vaccinated,
Exactly.
so we definitely want to look out for them. Do you have a favorite thing about these adventures? Like what just kind of keeps you going?
I just love to see when the kids are learning something and you find something that piques their interest, so they get a really big smile and they're like, oh, I found one. So last week we were talking about spiders, and I just said, holler out when you find one. And so just left and right, I found one. And it was just awesome. They were just so excited to explore, and that's why. I mean, that's the why, is just to be there for kids, to help them learn and get engaged in what they're doing.
And you do it so well. Thank you,
Thank you.
Michelle. It was super fun to see you. You can find out about upcoming adventures by going to greensboro-nc.gov and search Ms. Shelley. It's easy to find. Do you want to see her do some adventures? Do you have some suggestions? Well, you can reach out to her. You can just give her a call, 336-373-7757. And remember, just a whole world of fun online. If you're not ready to venture out and be in person for events or activities, you can do things on your own time. Just go to gsosummeronline.com. All right, we're going to be back with more fun geared especially to tweens and teens right after this quick break. Welcome back to Gate City Insider. The little kids aren't the only ones who get to have a lot of fun this summer in Greensboro. Tweens and teens can learn a new sport, tackle a cool craft, pitch in and help out in the community, make it a better place to live. Brett Huggins is the city's Youth Development Director. Hello, welcome.
Rosemary, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. So glad to have you here.
Thank you for having us.
With us, rather. So how did you go about planning this summer for teens?
Yeah, we started looking at a lot of outdoor recreational opportunities with the uncertainty of what COVID was going to bring. And so we just started thinking, how can we introduce some new sports that are growing in the community to our teenage youth population? So foot golf was a huge hit for us this past year, and utilizing Gillespie Golf Course.
Okay, and I'm going to stop you.
Sure.
So you got to explain what foot golf is.
That's right.
A lot of people have no idea.
Foot golf it's really easy to explain. It's just a mixture of golf and soccer, really. You kick a soccer ball down the fairway, and whenever you get kind of close to the green, we don't put the foot golf contraption on the green, but whenever you kick it, it's like a spring-loaded trap. Sometimes there's actually like larger holes that some cities have had, but for us to make it a mobile recreation unit that we could use and take it to different areas, we decided to do this new like spring-loaded trap setup. So whenever the ball goes in, it catches it right away, kind of no matter what the size is as well too. So all ages are able to play.
So different size balls you can use.
That's right.
And
exactly.
you count your kicks?
That's right, just like a stroke in golf.
The lower the better.
That's right. We have par fours, par fives that are all throughout Gillespie Golf Course. So we're really excited about foot golf and a lot of our other non-traditional sports that are continuing to grow.
That is a lot of fun. Okay, so name some of the others.
That's
Sorry,
right.
I stopped you.
So that's fine. We have disc golf, which is over at Keeley Park.
Yeah.
We have some great partners
A
that we're
new
working
facility
with.
there.
Yep, a new kind of, they've done a lot of renovation work, revitalized that Keeley Park area and the disc golf course. So we're excited to work with our partners in providing that. And then pickleball is obviously a great sport that we have for our active adult population, but we're really trying to work with the youth and the community to kind of grow that sport. It is something that's so much fun. It's a good mixture kind of between like a ping pong, badminton, tennis setup. So not as much stress on your knees, but it's really a fun sport. I love playing it, so it's great. I think the kids will enjoy it as well too.
And so you're offering these youth sports clinics as an introduction, and it's affordable, and it's not a huge time commitment to see what you like.
That's right. Yeah, really June and July, they'll kind of be spread out. I know our pickleballs are every Monday in June, for example. You pay a one-time fee of $25. So you pay $25 for the pickleball, you pay $25 we also have golf, foot golf, and then disc golf. And so one cool thing about this, though, is that you're going to walk away with some equipment to take home and practice with.
Cool.
So if you're wanting to get involved with disc golf, you can take an actual disc home and kind of work on it, because
it's not a normal frisbee.
That's right. It's a little bit more challenging to throw. So and same thing with pickleball. You can kind of play pickleball. Really, you can draw out a court if you want to around your your driveway area or something like that, or go to a local tennis court. But yeah, we're going to send kids home with a pickleball paddle and a pickleball. So golf, a golf club as well too, along with some balls that they can practice around home. So yeah, we're really excited about those youth sports clinics, and we want people to register. So
Yeah, it sounds fun.
Yeah.
I don't think I could pass for a 12 or 13-year-old, but it sounds fun.
we might let you slide.
You also have some things, especially for the 13 and up crowd, to pitch in and actually make a difference and help it out in our city.
Yeah, we're really excited. We have some lake cleanups and a lot of good volunteer opportunities that are around our community for our teens. They've kind of been cooped up, and it's just been a really weird time for everybody, throughout the pandemic. And so the opportunity for them to get out to some of our lakes around Lake Brant and do some cleanup, projects, and throughout various parks and everywhere that we have in the city, just some good opportunities for volunteering. So.
We talked with Tanika with the libraries a little bit earlier, and she was talking about earning service learning hours. Can they do that by doing this work?
They can, yes, and we'll be happy to kind of sign off on that. Another program that we have that I facilitate is Youth Leadership Greensboro, and we're going to be having our applications go live in the next month or so, which is a great service learning opportunity where they can receive those hours. Greensboro Youth Council has some great service learning camps for teenagers. So, yeah, we're really trying to push a lot out there this summer for our youth and the community to get a little bit more involved.
Right, get involved and to kind of look ahead to your future. And when you talk about Youth Leadership Greensboro, that's a really great thing to kind of looking ahead to next year, because that will start during the school year.
That's right.
Can you explain what that is?
Sure, yeah. So Youth Leadership Greensboro is a really unique program because the students that were involved in this past year's program have become board members. And so those board members have been selected by their class of kind of designing the topics and the field trips and some of the things that we'll look at. In the past, we focused on issues of diversity and inclusion in Greensboro, around environmental, just a lot of widespread topics, health and wellness, things that are important to the community, but also important to our youth that are participating. Youth Leadership Greensboro is for sophomores and seniors, and they're able to kind of get a better perspective of how Greensboro functions. So
And it's been going on a long time. I did it when I was in high
Oh,
school.
really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
All right, easy now.
That hasn't been that long ago.
Hasn't really been that long at all, no. Also for teens who've been, a lot of teens have been working those video game skills, and though we kind of think of that as, get off the video games,
Right.
go play outside, there's a big market for that, career-wise and stuff. And
There really is. The tech industry is just booming, obviously. And, we decided to stop trying to fight that,
Right.
and just kind of join in and do a big marketing campaign. We're working with a company called Mission Control, and we're really excited about it. A lot of my coworkers have really been instrumental in kind of pushing this forward. Those individuals are really involved in the gaming
Yeah, they're
world. I'm
gamers
not as
themselves,
much.
yeah.
And so we have our esports league that's starting up this summer. We have a section for like our 7 to 17-year-olds, and then an adult league as well too. Having games like Fortnite that we know a lot of kids that are playing. We have some sports games as well too. So just an opportunity for us to kind of capitalize on getting numbers of who maybe is not wanting to get outside and stay inside and still participate in recreational just with video games. So.
That's all right. Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's fun.
What is it for you what do you really love about working with this age group?
I love youth development. I have always been someone that has really enjoyed working with kids as well too. And so, from sports clinics to creating esport leagues, and then Youth Leadership Greensboro, and just all kinds of opportunities that we have with our department. Our department really is a great one to work with. And Parks and Recreation has just been a natural fit for me. I've always been involved, in athletics all throughout my life. So I just love that development side of teaching a new skill to a kid, or connecting them to a lake or to a park or somewhere where they can go and have that physical activity. So.
Well, and I think opening their eyes to all the things that are available right here in our hometown.
That's right. I mean, and it's not just for youth. We see a lot of community members saying, "I had no idea that this was even available." I couldn't tell you the amount of times I've been at Gillespie Golf Course and someone will say, "I didn't even know this golf course was here."
Right.
And so, we're just happy to kind of to push out and market those areas and resources that we have here in Greensboro, especially within Parks and Recreation.
So much fun. Well, thank you. I really
Thank you.
appreciate you being with us today. Find out about upcoming adventures by going to greensboro-nc.gov and just search teens. That's your best way to find out for that age group what's going on. Also, as we said earlier, there's a world of online fun for your children, teens, and adults. It is at gsosummeronline.com. That is our time. Thanks so much for joining us today. Until next time, have a wonderful day.